Live from my kitchen, I'm an idiot for you. Heel biter. Bunny Rogers, like you were my blessing, I'd wrestle down an angel for you. Now yuppies have tattoos. The game changed. Everything I wanted fell short. Desire bubbles up in me like a good laugh. Everyone knows my name, whether or not I want to tell them. Nemesis. More interested in this next episode of Inuyasha than your next book. Why keep a journal? You already know how it ends. Still not envious. Still hope we never cross paths. All those indie lit motherfuckers are rich. The eternal yawning nag. My memory of you is established. After the inevitable, your initials and a knife in my back. There's a lot to be learned from repression. Like, why do you feel the need to even feel that, let alone speak it? And it serves neither end. Poetry is in your likeness, in melodrama like a telenovela, like a novel is a lower art form than a film. But I'm trying not to lose interest in human stories. Not vegan enough to listen to animals' feelings. Still sober, fuck sober, vacation sober, partly accounting for schizophrenia, partly because drug experience are both boring and meaningless. When the butterflies fade, life got easier when I stopped caring about pussy and Twitter. I want to be Rupi Kaur level famous. I want to be my ex-girlfriend. I want to be Arabic and a woman to know what it feels like. I want to fall hard for myself as someone else, beautiful and unbreakable. I see my name in lights, but for what I don't know yet. More into Maisie Williams than books right now. I watched the entire filmography except for Heatstroke because it's $12.99 to rent on YouTube. People in hell deserve a hand. This poem was on Misery Tourism, and it's published in my book. I'm an idiot for you. It's $5. You should buy it. People in hell deserve a hand. What it takes for us all to survive. March to order, a flaccid state. We built the wall but keep stealing from the other side of it. You can't be certain where your drugs came from. It's not a great escape when your drugs are as guilty as me. Now we're safe. Now we're legal. I fought so hard against accepting this society. I fought this hard to remain iconoclast. I fought this hard to remain, and I'm subsumed after defeat. I couldn't run from any of it, no matter how far I travel. The sweatshops emptied, one by one from the roof. Anything's better than here. Anything's better than hell. People in hell deserve a hand. How long did they long? Most of them would have made great saints if hell wasn't the only honest place for them. I took care of Remy. As lovable as I am an asshole, I took care of Remy. She was disconnected and chronically depressed, anemic too, but refusing her iron pills. I could have been a better man to her, but I know I had to be a better man for myself without anyone else. And if I'm not my own man, I'd do anything to escape into boyhood. In love with a straight edger. Feel sold out like a brand new fitness model. Feel like I could have grown up lifting. Fat again, but losing 2 pounds a week. I'm a materialist, but I'm a Christian now again. But as a Buddhist, I learned not to fear and worry if it's out of my control. I've been persistent when a woman is mean and they crack and fall in love with you. I'd be surprised if they didn't. I don't want to make you my everything. Fear in the future is here. The fear of the future is now. The future always comes too soon. After me, there will be nothing. Before me, there is everything. Summer with Muffy, in love with a straight edger too. The first night we meet, we realize how quickly reality comes rushing through and leaves me and my acceptance of you a burning wreckage of piss and jet fuel. Marry Me 1, in love with a straight edger 3. I'm in love with you. What did I get wrong about you? But I know I got a lot right. Not here to distract you, though I do want to take you away. Marry Me 2, in love with a straight edger 4. There will always be other men. Proposal probably puts a wrench in an otherwise blissful relationship. I wish I wasn't serious. Just want to talk to you again. These are for Bunny. Summer with Muffy 2, in love with a straight edger 5. They gave me 60 milligrams of Prozac a day for my OCD. I think of you less, but I still think of you. Deep, slow kiss. If you can make it in America, you can make it anywhere. But if you're only famous in Europe, your life's going to get fucking expensive. The idea is romantic, like all art is. In the morning I watch you dress. In the morning I watch you dress, clean from a shower we both shared. We washed each other clean. With her black hair down to her ass, you'll oil your curls naked in the mirror all morning. Is how I'll always remember you. Is how I'll always remember us. Live from my kitchen. I'm an idiot for you. Clown's personality with real prison tears. The come up will be vengeful. The revolution will be through television. Clown's personality with real prison tears. I can't change what humiliates you. I can't change what humiliates myself. Triggered by a newscast and word of some other motherfucker's success. More than for pussy, less than an activist. If I give you my heart, do you promise to keep it? I'm scared you can tear it apart as much as you can cradle it. The life in myself I can share, but only if you keep him safe, away. Keep me apart from everyone else. Apocalypse poem. Make me a convert. Tell me what works best in relation to your lowercase g God. Divert energies. Command and conquer. It's real-time strategy. The sacrifice bleeding in pixels and CMYK. Idol-worshipping pigs. Praise be to the bull market. Slash the heel of my horse. Fall on your sword. Build yourself in Second Life. Be a tiny god. Live as someone else. An episode of The Simpsons. 60 hours into your sim, we butchered nature, got fat on our knowledge, and closed our eyes to nod off. Anything is better than here, we've all thought. Escapism is the drug you're doing when you do drugs. An absolute fear of presence pressed into a pill. That Playboy bunny looking back at you. The Amazon is on fire. This planet ends in oxygen absent vacuum. It's from the book I'm an Idiot for You. This poem's called Fluent in Tears. I did what I did for myself, so why does it feel like I did it for everybody else? I'm a stranger to my own family, and beyond that, nobody knows who I am. Wait 5 days for her next message. I can't understand her. I'm fluent in tears. I can't feel your face. I can't touch your skin. I can't read your word. Grow up. I cry openly like a kid until I can't anymore. In my mouth, a mountain of teeth. Each one has its day. Gaps in the bone, take them away from me. A porcelain doll with my own hair. Lost in a grocery store feels the same as shopping in one. Years old to years later. Give me what I want. A hand. A gift. With $1 under my pillow and my godlike Santa Claus. Played in the sandbox, no moisture for a castle. Plans that fall apart, moments that pile up and never take shape. Plans that never happen. Chalk for the outline of your bestie on the pavement. My childhood feels like a crime scene. And people don't come with warning labels. You just assume that the older people are good. On a diet of chili dogs, canned corned beef and hash and Star Crunches. Mommy's little helper syndrome. But mommy's gone. And that's what happens after the divorce. That's what happens when you get sticky fingers. Obese preteen, future shoplifter, hours alone with my Lego sets, a future from a mass grave of previous models, a hand caught in the cookie jar. Grandma got mad when I asked, wondering what my dick is for. If left to air would be better. Allowing the space for your little hatreds is probably safer. They say the death penalty doesn't discourage mass shooters, away from everything moving except time. 2. Do you believe in God? I'm the exception. I'm the dead one. You can't learn forever. Sometimes you have to walk outside and face the line. So many people in the queue, so many people pushing each other around. 3. We were meant to eat each other. Mass shooter after mass shooter, we evolved to this point. This is how it comes to a head. This is how it all comes together. Lesson after lesson, painted in blood, consumed like cannibals. All day I dream about sex. When I come to having succeeded and my books are finally published, I'd like to have the money to live out of a bag and travel and be fit enough to date Maisie Williams. It takes social intelligence to get laid. Be honest. There's so much you can't say. Belongs to the other. Begins in a ceremony, the snake that eats itself, flesh like pit fruits rotting off the branch. Eve took an apple so that Adam could taste shame. I made of her mud and clay. I'm a burnt suture. I'm a butcher. Words across continents. I read your letter. I didn't burn it. Everything in a language I don't understand for the sake of what one belongs to the other. There's two kinds of people. People who wait for love and hope something comes your way, and people who didn't waste time before pulling your number. There's two kinds of people. People who blow her up to fantasy, and people who create a better reality. Untitled. She's never been able to compete with porn stars. That's why she asked me to call her by Mimi when we fuck. There's gotta be a reason I don't want to fuck a porn star. I don't want anyone that's not invited to watch, and that's how porn sex is. It's there to be watched. All he does is get stoned and play guitar. He lives with her because he doesn't have anywhere else to go after being kicked out of his mother's house. Can be abusive. Feelings change. Is it because you can't complete them? You can't get closure, sour grapes, cognitive dissonance, or defeat that with enough time you won't even remember. You won't even remember what it was like to desire that person. You will think you were fucking insane. We had sex the last 2 years every 3 to 6 months like clockwork. Very little coordination needed. She would show up at my door at night in the early morning after binge drinking. Suburban beauty and suburban decay. When I was 16, she turned around into the backseat of her Range Rover while my brother, her current boyfriend, had slipped into her house to get something. He'd yelled at her for not bringing it. She leaned into the back seat and put her hands over mine and said, "You'd be a better boyfriend." I was without jealousy in love with her. I could remember when, despite all of the bad, the ongoing tricks and drama, I loved Michelle, and though she sometimes caused me to recoil in her erratic behavior, she could sometimes be a fantasy. I wasn't exactly at the point of wanting to fuck my brother's girlfriend, but I did sometimes believe it after she said it, that I could be a better boyfriend. No matter how fucked it was that Michelle would say that to someone underage. They broke up a few years later when my brother would punch her. Bad Liz, the baddest bitch, the healthiest woman I'd ever met. Heart full of gold, all of life is in you, a part of you. Your kiss is strong, your love is stronger. I'm drunk on you, like the first I've ever drank. Feel like a child with you. I don't mind that you're possessive, left with a happy hickey. A tweet and a vote. A tweet and a vote. You can't retrace the steps that led up to becoming a white supremacist. The real issue is how can you diffuse a belief this explosive? Ask Daryl Davis. It's tired to say it's the guns, but these are the last people who need them. Someone develop a profile for mass shooters the way we develop a profile for abusive males. Someone under the mythology. Only so much to say at this point of Dispassionate. We weren't expecting a race war, but maybe we should have. Do I really believe white nationalism is on the rise? Televisions rejoice at being able to provide the only safety from reality and the celebrity of relentless news coverage for events beyond your control. Maybe I'll die in a mass shooting. Cancel your plans, you're coming with me. Can hardly contain myself. Can't keep you out of my head. I'm wild for you. I'm sweet on you. I'm crazy about you. I want to fuck you, kiss you, love you, keep you. Participating in society. I'm on 2 broken legs, and my hands are broken. My face is beat to a gash, and I'm trying to make friends still. Robbing the cradle, robbing the grave, taking pride in your criminal work. It takes time to become a person. It takes time to become a man. I'm still made out of wood. I want to be a real boy, not a lesson to others. Not going to lie, but not because you would know if I was. I should be an actor. I should be an actor, constantly mining myself for a visceral emotional response. I would get paid more, and my job would begin and end clearly. I wouldn't feel responsible. Externalization of writing is acting, where the mind is blank and the line already written. My mind creates by being blank, which is dead in the water if you're writing. And I am so often so empty. I wouldn't mind being filled up, exploited and exposed. I do full frontal nudity. I will show my tits on a big screen so that the movie is more realistic. I will clench and unclench my jaw. I'll remember all my lines. This is the last poem. Poem for B. Poem for Bunny Riders. I imagine a life with you all the time. I imagine the most important parts. I imagine kissing your lips, their perfect shape, feelings of elation at the sound of your voice, watching you speak, like someone would hear the Dalai Lama, except instead of pacifistic hippieisms, we're teeming with light and urgency. A member of our American lexicon, unheard Americanisms. I'm an idiot for you. From I'm an idiot for you.